Well, today is the 80th birthday of the man regarded as perhaps America's most cherished folk rock songwriter. Robert Zimmerman, better known as Bob Dylan, reaches the 8-decade milestone, still producing new material, but it's some of his earliest work. To be more specific, an odd production error in 1963 that we are calling your attention to today. In his continuing series, Where We Live, our Robert Price introduces you to a local man who cashed in on that error and is now looking to cash out.
It's Bob Dylan's 80th birthday. Do you like Bob Dylan? Do you have $100,000? Have I got a deal for you? This is Bob Dylan's second album, released in 1963, The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. The first album of his to appear on the charts, the first to feature Dylan's own compositions almost exclusively, and thanks in part to the now classic anti-war folk song Blowin' in the Wind, the one that elevated him to fame.
Answer, my friend, is a blowing in the wind.
This is Nick Bozanovich of Bakersfield, who, in addition to being a Bob Dylan fan, is something of an expert on Dylan's aforementioned second album, specifically a select handful that were printed in error. In 1963, Dylan's record label Columbia decided at the last minute to withdraw 4 tracks from the album and replace them with 4 different, newly written Dylan songs. As legend has it, though, someone at one of Columbia's pressing plants didn't get the memo until an unknown number of records with the wrong songs had been pressed. Columbia ordered those records destroyed, but a very small number got out and were sold to the record-buying public, and those are phenomenally valuable. According to some record dealers, the most valuable vinyl records in the world. Only 2 stereo copies are known to exist and only about 20 mono copies. One such record, Stereo, sold for $35,000. A Texas man who owns another copy says he was offered $80,000, but he turned it down because he believes it's worth $120,000. That remains to be seen, but those are the kinds of numbers that intrigue Bozanovich, a Kern County farmer turned housing developer who says he bought his mono copy 3 years ago for a price he won't disclose. Suffice to say, he didn't find it in a dusty record store bin for $5. His copy appears never to have been touched by a turntable needle. At least, Bozanovich has never played it, he says, and the record jacket and disc label lists the updated lineup of songs. So how can we verify that this is the actual vinyl treasure Bozanovich says it is? It's right here.
It has to end with 1A. 1A, dash 1A. If it doesn't have dash 1A, it's not.
It's not the rare version. Interested? You have about 6 days left to bid. As of midday Monday, the top bid on eBay was a little over $2,500, and Bozanovich's reserve price had not been met. So how much is a rare Bob Dylan album worth? One of the rarest of all albums. The answer, my friends, it really all depends on how much Bob Dylan can pay dividends. In Bakersfield, opting not to sing that, Robert Price, 17 News.
But it looks like he did wear Bob Dylan's coat.
Yeah, he does. It does match one of the album covers, huh?
It does. Scarily enough, it does.